Do you enjoy sewing? Have you the practical skills required to use machinery? Do you give close attention to detail? Have you the ability to work to deadlines? If you have answered yes to these questions, the occupation of sewing machine operator may be the occupation for you. Sewing machine operators use industrial sewing machines. They stitch pre-cut pieces of material together to make clothing and clothing accessories. They work in a manufacturing environment, such as a clothing factory. Sewing machine operators handle work on a large scale. They are required to operate and tend to industrial sewing machinery. They sew different types of fabrics, such as cotton, wool, leather, or fur textiles. Their tasks may involve joining, reinforcing, and decorating garments or parts of garments. The machine operator works according to a schedule that their supervisor has set for them. At the beginning of their shift, they collect the materials and supplies they need to do their work. Depending on the specification of the project, the operators mount attachments and pattern blades to their sewing machine. They draw the threads through the needles of the sewing machine and adjust machine functions to meet the requirements of what they need to sew. They start by sewing a test piece to check that the sewing machine is set up correctly. They then position the pieces of materials under needles and sew them together. The excess material and threads are trimmed, and the garments are finished using scissors and cutters. Depending on the project, they attach buttons, grips, hooks, and fasteners. They may also attach elastic or tape to garments as specified in the work order. If required, they sew the appropriate tags onto the items as well. The sewing machine operator examines the garments they have completed for compliance and quality. At the end of the shift, they count the number of items stitched and record this information in the necessary log. They notify the shift supervisor of any problems or discrepancies in garment numbers for the shift. The sewing machine operator performs basic maintenance tasks on the sewing machines, such as cleaning them of lint and oiling. The machinists usually work around 40 hours a week. This may involve shifts. Sewing machine operators work as part of a team. They spend most of their work daytime sitting at their sewing machines. It is important for the sewing machine operator to have a good knowledge of sewing machinery and the sewing techniques. There are no set entry requirements for this occupation. Sewing skills, a knowledge of textiles, and an understanding of sewing machine operation could be advantageous. Training is usually given by the employer and consists of on-the-job training and short courses. With experience, a sewing machine operator could progress to supervisor. With further experience and training, they could progress to quality controller, pattern cutter, or become a sample machinist and make up test samples of garments. Self-employment could involve setting up a business as a tailor or dressmaker.